It's good, y'all. Samsung S8. Just a little quick joint. I ain't even gonna do this. Ain't nothing official. Like it's just a little peek, a little, a little show you something kind of video. That's all this is. Um, I don't even know where to start. Everybody already know though. Samsung the S8 been out for a minute. The prototypes. We've been seeing what this phone was gonna look like a long time ago. So the looking at it really isn't anything surprising. Not too far from the S7 Edge. It's like I said, besides like the actual build, not too far from the S7 Edge. Where it gets different is you can kind of see the black bars, the minimal bezels across. That's where things begin to transform with the S8. And I chose to get the S8 versus the S8 Plus. Just I like the feel. Um, the other one is it's really when it comes to the S7 or the S8 Plus. It ain't that much wider than this one, just a little bit, but it's that length, and it gets to be just a little too awkward for me, just a little bit. Like so, I like the way this one works. I ended up returning my G6 for this because I upgraded to my G6 and I knew this was coming out. I wanted to just try out the G6 for a little while, but this here is an upgrade. Everything top notch, from the processor to the design. Like everything is top notch. So I wanted to wait. Just grab this to make it actually feel like a upgrade worthwhile. So now I just started to show y'all a little something. One of the main reasons why I did switch from the G6, it's minimal, but ended up being kind of a nuisance. The always on display. Um, the LG got always on display, but it's basically just that. It's just an always on display. It shows you the time, shows you some notifications that kind of pop through. Like they're active though, so like when you get a notification, it like shows you that notification. It's cool. That part's cool, but I like this always on display for this main reason. You can actually get functionality out of it. So you see I got some Facebook notifications and some random joints right here. If I click on one of these Facebook ones, or double tap on one of those, bust that iris sensor, and it takes me right to it. So that right there that was it for me for the G6. Like as small as that is, you really don't like you'll understand like if you have the G6 and you're like playing around with it and you're like, and then like the main reason for me is because I knew Samsung's always on display was like that because I had the Note 7 and I had the S7, so I knew that the always on display did that, and it's even snappier because you weren't here with that Snapdragon 835. So I just feel like it was a no-brainer to go ahead and make that swap. But again, starting like before I even unlocked the phone, like there's just so many things that this phone is like far superior than like any other phone out right now. Right there, you see that red light? Show you. That red light, that's that iris sensor ready to take effect. Do it real quick. Bam. Like it's and I'm telling you, man, like honestly, over the past few years, like I really dislike Samsung. Like that
from the main reason why I disliked them is because I have a MacBook, and I still cannot get my MacBook to connect with my Samsung, and that really like annoyed me for like a long time. But now that we're in kind of a weird time, like a weird time in history now, that I don't find myself hooking up my phone to my computer nearly as much as I used to. A lot of stuff is just wireless. A lot of stuff I do directly from the phone nowadays. So there's really no point in me really connecting my phone to my computer. And now I got my computer running Windows OS, so I can connect when I'm on the Windows side of my computer. So for that, now that issue isn't any problem anymore. So yeah, like that was the main reason. But now I'm like, from basically from last year, the S7 to now, and the Note 7 when it was going on, Samsung been on their shit, man. They've been on their shit. I gotta give them their props. I'm not a Samsung fanboy, loyalist, and no nothing. I'm a good smartphone loyalist. So one moment. Hey, Jazz, come here. Come here, baby. But no, I'm a phone loyalist, and I love. Look at me, Jazz. Hey, baby. No, I'm a phone loyalist, so anything that works smooth, I'm with it. Like that's what I'm about. I need smoothness. What was it? Samsung's TouchWiz used to lag a lot. That was the issue. Battery life wasn't great. I'm telling you now, like I don't know what they did. I guess it's with this. I have to do some more research on that, but I guess it's with this. Was it 10 nanometer? Blah blah blah. I'm not too keen on a lot of that stuff. Something with the processor that allows you to basically get good battery life off a small capacity battery. This here only has 3,000 milliamps, and powering this crazy ass display, this always on display, this big ass screen, this iris sensor, all these different features, like for it to be able to withstand like power through all that stuff throughout a day. Like I'm getting decent battery life. Like some of the best battery life I've had on Android in a little bit, and that's all while using like there's so many different battery saving like things that you could do on the phone to get the most out of it. It's crazy. So big ups to Samsung with that. But nah, man, I'm really feeling this phone. I suggest the case. It's all glass. Can't be walking around with this thing butt naked. I suggest to get a case, get a skin, get something. I plan on getting a bumper and a skin and rocking it out like that. I got a case right now, but I just, for the sake of this video, I just wanted to kind of rock it naked for a little bit. But nah, just a couple other things before I look. So I haven't even opened up the phone yet. Like these are just some of the things that sets this phone apart from every other phone before you even get into the device itself. So it's got this little home button. A lot of people are online. I see or calling this a 3D touch, and I'm really like, I don't know if I want to call it a 3D touch. Like they did something down here to get that vibration feel like on the iPhones, but I don't know if I want to call it a 3D touch though. Like I feel like they implemented something behind the screen to get that effect, but it's basically a home button that just is always on. But that's still great. Like I really like that. It's real useful. So you got your always on display. You don't really have to touch nothing but the button. You see the iris sensor pop up, and I'm in. Like that's crazy, man. But nah, I'm gonna take it inside the phone a little bit. Just a little peep at the UI. Clear so much crap out. I got a black thing rolling, so they got plenty themes too. So don't don't let that be an issue for getting this phone. The G6 had a lot of themes too, but I like the themes on here like a little bit more. I like how they go throughout the UI and not just on top of certain areas. LG's did too, but I don't know. It's this TouchWiz thing though. Honestly, like from the menus to the swipe up or down to get to your app drawer, that's so useful. Like I don't know why nobody thought of that. So big ups to Samsung for real for slimming down TouchWiz. Like when I got this phone, I'm on T-Mobile. It was only like 4 or 5 T-Mobile stock apps, maybe 5. And most of them were like uninstallable. So I uninstalled a few of them. A couple of them I disabled. These were all the Samsung stock apps that came with it. And some of them are useful, so I ain't tripping off of that too much. But the Edge display or the Edge panel here on the side there, man. Honestly, straight up, I'm at a loss for words when it comes to this phone. I'm really impressed. Honestly, like, and that's mainly because of, for me, it's because of what I already know, and I've had plenty of Samsung phones from my first. What was that damn thing? It was like the phone that dropped on Sprint exclusively. I don't know if it was a Skyrocket or something. The phone before that, it was one with the keyboard I had. I can't remember what that was. But basically from all the way back when, like right there, when keyboards was popping, and I will be getting a BlackBerry, so we're going to be popping with the keyboard again. But so way back then when keyboards was popping on the Samsung, but I've been using from that. I had basically all the Note line except for the Note 5. And I had the Note 7, but for like a month, if that, before things fizzled out on that. But so basically, like that's, I know Samsung a little bit. It ain't just me hating for like years, but it's just, I'm really impressed though. I really am. Oh yeah, I also got the fingerprint sensor. A lot of people complaining about that. Another reason why I decided to get the smaller variant, because on that long phone you gotta really stretch and do all this extra stuff to get to it. So my hand is right here, my finger. Sometimes I find myself having to turn it over to make sure I ain't hitting the camera, but it ain't nothing crazy, man. People making it out to be a big deal, but it ain't. And it's pretty responsive too, so little test right there. It's actually pretty fast. Like, you gotta wait till the always on display loads up. A few times it kind of misses, but I think that's the smudges and just the software itself trying to catch up. But I find myself using the iris sensor a lot more. So yeah, it's a quick little joint, man. It's a Samsung S8. Couple things on the hardware. Still got that joint, that headphone jack. Them headphones are alright too. They alright. Ain't nothing to be losing your mind over. They alright, but they good quality though. They better than a lot of these. They definitely better than them earpods that come with iPhones. They actually stay in your ear a little bit, but yeah, man. Like I said, this ain't no review really, nothing. I ain't got the box with me. I mean, it's over there, but it wasn't no unboxing, nothing. I just had the phone. Decided to get out a little sneak peek, little peek right here. Telling you, man, that iris sensor, man. I love that iris sensor. That's my favorite feature, I think, right now. But hit me up though, man. I'm about to to make sure I make some more of these joints. Deuces. Oh yeah, this joint clean, man. It's clean. Oh, it's clean. Oh, nah. It's clean. It's clean.